Hi guys, Mario here. I always like to come on here and talk about travel tips and destination wedding planning and just some of the things that go into it. But today I want to talk about being a guest at a destination wedding and more importantly, how to be a good guest at destination wedding. So right now I'm working with a couple, let's call them A and B, right? So A and B are planning their wedding. They had some life events that made them have to wait to plan their destination wedding and to confirm their date. However, they did have a certain date that they needed to stick to, and so timeline was a little bit shorter on the booking window. It's one of the things I want to touch on here is just being a good guest through clarity. I understand that not everyone can just jump and say, yes, I'm taking a $3,000 vacation this year. So excited to join you. I absolutely can get the time off of work and I can absolutely pay for it. And that's it, right? Not everyone can do that. But by being a guest that offers clarity, by being a guest that, understands that by committing to travel to a wedding, you are, you're first of all committing to the couple. Secondly, if you're booking within a room block, you're committing to being at a part of that room block and committing to the terms of that room block. That's my wonderful couple, A and B. They are planning their wedding very short term. It's a 6-month turnaround. They're going to be traveling in June, which is right around the corner, right? And they did everything they could to give their guests enough time to be able to provide some sort of payment plan. We worked really close together on all the dates and all the pricing to make sure everything was as fair as possible. And some of the guests that are attending are just, yes, I'm going, or I'm booking outside the room block. I don't need your terms. And but what you don't understand is the time commitment and the financial commitment that a couple puts in to plan this wedding, the thought that goes into it, the consideration that they're considering your budget and they're considering your travel and they're trying to be mindful of all of these factors as they're planning a wedding on a shortened timeline. So my only ask to you is be as clear as possible with the couple. If you're unsure that you can go, let them know. If it's outside of your budget, you don't necessarily have to have a money conversation. Just let them know you can't make it. It's important to do this for the couple because as they're planning, they are so committed to this, both just emotionally and financially, that they are crushed when some guests say that they're going to go and then don't go, or they spend an entire weekend fighting with their guests about trying to get booked within the block so we can hit a minimum number of rooms, or just so they can have as